Evening. Thanks for tuning into Times Now. You're watching Times Now live at 8 p.m. I'm Kritsween Walia. Let's start with the latest we've been tracking from down south. Language war is intensified over Home Minister Amit Shah led parliamentary panel's recommendation on use of Hindi in central universities. Upping, the anti-DMK youth wing staged a massive demonstration in Chennai, with the protest being led by DMK leader Udayanidhi Stalin. The protesters alleged that the central government was trying to impose Hindi and crush the diversity of the country. Protests were staged in other parts of Tamil Nadu as well, with banners being raised against alleged Hindi imposition.
Amit Shah
The protest comes days after Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin wrote to Prime Minister Modi urging the central government not to impose another language war by introducing Hindi. Stalin pointed out that non-Hindi speakers outnumber Hindi speakers in the country and that each language has its own importance. Other BJP rivals, including Congress, JDS, RJD, have also slammed the centre, saying imposing any language is against the federal character of the country.
A recent development from central government, particularly from Home Minister, about the issue of language. He wanted to bring some reforms in our languages to eliminate Hindi as the prime issue. But in this country, several histories there about the local language. Emotional bonding also is there. Why Home Minister again and again wanted to pressurize the minds of the people to introduce Hindi as the main language in this country by suppressing local languages.
मुझे ऐसा लगता है इस पर और अभी विचार विमर्श की जरूरत है। इसको थोपा नहीं जा सकता है, और खास तौर से उन राज्यों में जहां पर हिंदी नहीं बोली जाती है। हिंदी हमारे आपके लिए बहुत प्रिय है क्योंकि हम हिंदी भाषी लोग हैं, लेकिन जो हिंदी नहीं बोलता है उसके ऊपर थोपना, इसी को हिंदी इंपीरियलिज्म कहते हैं। आप एक रंग से इस देश को नहीं रंग सकते। इस देश के रंग बहुत विभिन्न हैं और उन विभिन्न विविधताओं से भारत बनता है, मेरा यह मानना है।
Remember, it is the parliamentary panel's recommendation that has sparked the fresh language war. The panel had submitted its report to the president. While the details of the report are not in public domain yet, sources close to the panel say that around 100 recommendations have been made, including making Hindi a medium of instruction in IITs, IIMs and central universities in Hindi-speaking states. The BJP has termed the protest an attempt to mislead the public, rejecting the charge that Hindi is being imposed. Listen in.
Now, here the Chief Minister, they know they have failed as a government. When elections happens today, BJP and our alliance partners, we are going to go for a 39-0 clean sweep of Tamil Nadu. Very clearly people are angry with them. So, it is unheard of the ministers, the MLAs, different people doing protest in Tamil Nadu, saying that, oh, they are imposing Hindi, imposing Hindi. Where are they imposing Hindi? Hindi was imposed by Congress for a long time, with which BJP was opposing it, and DMK was an alliance partner. Even now, DMK is in alliance with Congress, which was the reason for whole of country's Hindi agitation in 1965. They continue to exist in an alliance with Congress, and they call BJP as a party that is trying to impose Hindi.
वो लोग गलत समझ करके और जानबूझकर गलत विचार स्प्रेड करने के लिए कोशिश कर रहा है। हिंदी इम्पोज नहीं कर रहा है, केवल सुझाव दिया है हर स्टेट में मातृभाषा में शिक्षण होना। तमिलनाडु में तमिल मातृभाषा है, तमिल मातृभाषा में हायर एजुकेशन भी होना गलत है क्या? आज हायर एजुकेशन तमिल मातृभाषा में नहीं है, और न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी में अपॉर्चुनिटी दिया है, कर्नाटक में भी तमिल सीख सकता है। यू कैन लर्न तमिल. Even Karnataka also provide Tamil, it is wrong hai kya?
Let's open this up. We have Vinod Selvam, spokesperson of the BJP. Also with us is SS Sriram, political analyst, and Dr. Suman C. Raman, senior journalist. But my first question is to Mr. Salem Dharanidharan, who's a spokesperson of the DMK. Mr. Dharanidharan, now the prime allegation coming in from the BJP is that, have you imagined some parliamentary committee report? Because the contents of the report are not in public domain as yet. So have you seen the report? You have no idea if the government has accepted the report or not, and you're talking as if the government is already implementing it. So why these kind of protests and this kind of a noise being made in Tamil Nadu, especially from the DMK side, before even something happens on ground, any action is taken, any implementation is taken?
No. See, the whole Pandora box around this Hindi imposition was started by the BJP in the last 5-6 years. If you look at the statement made by the Honorable Home Minister way back in April, when he said that Hindi should be the link language of this country and it should be the official language of the union governments, in the sense the only official language in the union ministries. Then recently, a couple of months back, he also said that we are exploring possibilities of the Indian high commissions working only in Hindi. And again, if you look on ground, what has been happening is the present government spends more than 22 times money for Hindi than any other regional language such as Tamil, Kannada, Telugu, and so on and so forth. And again, the funding for Tamil Classical Institute under this government has been reduced for the last 8 years. And most of the newspapers have reported that they want to have Hindi as a language in all the central universities, right? Even the union minister who spoke earlier now did not refute this fact. And the point is very simple. Southern India, along with Maharashtra, constitute to about 27% of the Indian population, and we contribute about 50% of Indian GDP. So most of the central universities run on the money from these states. And these protests are not exclusive to only to Tamil Nadu. We had protests in West Bengal, we had protests in Karnataka. So why are all regional parties protesting? Why are all states protesting? Right? So there has to be a reason. It's not just DMK which is offering the protest today. There was a protest a couple of days earlier in West Bengal, which is not even by a political party. There were protests in Karnataka.
Okay.
So,
okay. Let's hear it from the BJP then. Mr. Selvam, you know, if we talk about the new education policy, the BJP says, look at the draft report. It says Hindi should be the third language, and when it comes to the Prime Minister, when it went to the cabinet, the Prime Minister said that Hindi is optional and the third language can be anything. So what do you think is the problem here? Why this kind of an opposition to what has been proposed by a parliamentary panel so far?
Vanakkam. See, today DMK clearly has jumped the gun as usual. There is nothing new or nothing surprising about the timing of the protest. If you have closely watched 3 to 4 days back in the General Council of the DMK, for the first time, the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, who was very sensitive to using the BJP's name in public forums, openly came and admitted that BJP is a big threat to DMK in Tamil Nadu. He also mentioned that he is having sleepless nights because of his ministers, because of his colleagues, because of the way the DMK has been behaving in public. So he has openly admitted that the DMK's administration in the state is failing, law and order is failing, price rise is extremely high, and they are facing the wrath of the people. Now, if you closely notice, the DMK has a very clear modus operandi. Every time they face a problem in the state, they take the case of Hindi in the imposition. Now, a political party which is so against Hindi, I want to question the DMK spokesperson, if he can answer here, how many of the DMK ministers, the DMK MLAs, the DMK family members who run schools, all of them run CBSE schools which teach Hindi to the students who are studying there. So you're willing to sell Hindi for the sake of making money. But if the poor children of Tamil Nadu want to learn a language as an option, the new education policy does not say learn Hindi. It says you have the option of learning a third language. What is the problem for you?
Okay.
How many of your children take the Samachir Kalvi which is being given by the Tamil Nadu state government? None of your children take that up. All of you want to study in CBSE schools, ICC schools, you want to learn Hindi, but why not the poor children of Tamil Nadu is the question. I'm not even supporting Hindi, I'm saying why not any third language? Why should you push new education policy?
No, so are you also alleging that there is a political motive to this and nothing else? That the DMK wants to create an issue for no reason? This is only for political gains? Is that what you're trying to say?
No one even knows what has been discussed in the parliamentary committee. No one even knows what's discussed in the parliamentary committee. To what we know, it has been clearly mentioned that local languages, the mother tongue should get more preference even over English is what is being mentioned in this parliamentary committee. Yes. And without even knowing the contents of it, today DMK has jumped the gun just to make sure that
why jump the gun? Dr. Sumansi Raman, I want to bring you in because there are a few other issues that I want to touch upon, because there has been several controversies that have come to light, and several DMK netas or their allies have faced a lot of heat for making anti-Hindu remarks, either against the language, either against the religion or the deities. For example, Tamil Nadu Education Minister K. Ponmudi had mocked Hindi language and Hindi speakers by saying that Hindi speakers sell pani puris in Coimbatore. Of course, he came out with a clarification, but that really didn't settle the debate. Talk about DMK MP TKS Elangovan and how he'd stirred a controversy in the language war debate by saying that Hindi is the language of underdeveloped states. So the problem here is really with Hindi-speaking population, Hindu gods and deities, or is it about the Tamil pride? It's becoming very confusing for the larger public.
No. First of all, there are two issues here. One, is there an attempt to impose Hindi on non-Hindi speaking states? Clearly there is. And I think that the DMK does have a point as far as
the BJP is saying that if you're not aware of the contents of what the parliamentary panel has submitted, what recommendations have been made by it, why jump the gun?
Nobody from the government has denied. There were two articles which were published, and I think one of them was in the print, and there was another article that was published which purportedly quoted from the parliamentary panel's report. Now, nobody from the government or from the BJP explicitly denied and said that the parliamentary panel's recommendations do not include these. The point really is, Mr. Amit Shah yesterday inaugurated a Hindi MBBS course in Madhya Pradesh. And now there is talk that all IITs and IIMs and all that will have to conduct their courses in Hindi. Now, there is a genuine fear of imposition of Hindi in states, not only Tamil Nadu. This is Tamil Nadu. The DMK may be very vocal about it, but that does not mean other states are okay with it. Karnataka has a strong Kannada, pro-Kannada movement. Mr. Kumarasamy actually spoke about it. Bengal is also against it. There will be some northeastern states which also have problems. So I think you have to look at the issue in its complete perspective. Does the DMK want to divert attention from their governance issues, failures in the state? Maybe, but they do have a point. They do have a point that there is a concerted attempt, particularly by the Union Home Minister, to push Hindi to the extent possible. I don't know. Probably they feel let's try and push and see what is the level of resistance that it that it evokes. But I honestly feel that this could be avoided. And as far as DMK leaders running schools in Hindi, I think they've been very clear that they don't have a problem with Hindi. They have a problem with Hindi imposition. And what is being attempted by the centre, to be fair, yes, the previous Congress government also did impose Hindi, and
yes.
The spokesperson of the DMK is incorrect in saying that only this government is giving more money for promotion of Hindi than for regional languages, which has always been the case.
And DMK was an ally of the Congress back then as well. So why were these questions not coming to light or being asked of the Congress party? That's the question here. Mr. Dharan, if you would want to respond to that.
The BJP, one second. BJP is seen as a party of Hindutva. So I think that they will face these charges much more than the Congress, which was not really seen as a Hindi belt party. That's the reason.
All right, that's exactly why we're putting out that question. Is it unfair to ask those questions of the BJP while those were the issues that were relevant and prevalent in the state even during the Congress regime, and the DMK was an ally back then of the Congress as well? Mr. Salem, what would you say?
Yeah, see, firstly, that's what I'm trying to say. The point is, if you look at the amount of money that's being spent for the Tamil Classical Institute, that's been reduced since 2016 and until now. You can go online and Google. The money has been reduced even before what was there during the Congress regime, and also to rebuke the BJP spokesperson when he said many of us are studying Hindi. The point of the matter is we are not against anyone studying Hindi. No one here tells no one shouldn't study Hindi. In fact, most private schools in Tamil Nadu have Hindi as a second language or a third language. It's been there for the last 70, 80 years. The only problem is imposition. So BJP spokespersons have always got it wrong. Even the BJP party has got it wrong that we are against Tamil. We are against Hindi. We are not against Hindi.
But why do you feel that the BJP or the centre is against Tamil? Because, for instance, if we talk about the Prime Minister, the Prime Minister of the country, he has lauded the language Tamil several times. He calls it the oldest language in our country. He, in fact, quoted Tamil, said something in Tamil language in at the United Nations as well. So he's been all praised about Tamil since the very beginning. Since I last remember, he spoke of Tamil. So why is this a sentiment within the DMK or anybody who's criticizing the BJP on how they feel about the Tamil language? Because we've never heard anybody from the BJP, the likes of Prime Minister Modi or Amit Shah, use any sort of a derogatory language about Tamil. They've only lauded and been all praises about Tamil.
It's very simple. In this government, this union government, the rhetoric has never matched with the reality. So any rhetoric has to match with what's happening on ground. It's not just to do with language, but everything, even when it comes to the communal violence that's happening in UP. So the rhetoric that's coming from the other minister, the home minister, even when the union finance minister visited Tamil Nadu, I think a week back or a couple of weeks back to attend this News 18 event, he said, Tamil Nadu government should also offer scholarships for students studying in Hindi.
Which is why I'm again taking it back to the question. Is the problem that enough is not being done for the Tamil language? Not much credit is not going in the way of the Tamil language, or is it about a larger problem that several of these parties have with the Hindi language? Because, for example, the Hindi Divas celebrations that were undertaken by the BJP were also heavily criticized. Let me go across to Mr. S.S. Sriram. He's not had his say so far. Mr. Sriram, what do you think is the larger issue?
I want to add on.
Good evening. See, this Hindi Divas is a constitutional obligation. I'm sure DMK, which was a part of the government for 3 times, they did not have any objection when Mr. P. Chidambaram recommended 117 recommendations to improve Hindi in 2011. And where were their objection went? Where did that Tamil pride go? Where did that imposition go? I mean, this absolutely, they're trying to make a non-issue an issue. I mean, this committee is there since 1976. What were their efforts to remove this committee? Have you ever once spoken about this Hindi Divas need not be a part of the constitutional obligation? Did they ever discuss once? There was also a National Front government which had 22 parties. Did all those parties ever thought about the same constitutional obligation of promoting only Hindi? These are non-issues where these guys don't have any other issues to criticize the government. Now, that is the reason why they talk about all this. To my friend, Mr. Narnidharan, since 2001 to 2011, the demand to learn Hindi in Tamil Nadu has gone up by 50%, which is a Times of India report, which means people are not going to listen to what you say. They have their own preference, which is what we are also telling you. As much as you say don't impose Hindi on Tamil Nadu, you don't impose restrictions on the students. Give them the option. Whether they want to pick up the language, let them pick up the language. The new education policy, which talks about the local language for the first 5 years, which you all never ever thought, having been in the government for 10 years, this government thinks about the mother tongue language to be the foundation for the first 5 years. So you only make an issue of nothing. And whenever you are talking about rhetorics, when you had all the opportunity to do everything for the state of Tamil Nadu, having been in the central government for 10 long years, you did nothing to the state or for the development of the state. And you question, the Prime Minister was the first person to translate Thirukkural. Even last week, he translated Thirukkural in Gujarat. Wherever he goes, he promotes Tamil. You have a Tamil chair in the Banaras University, which Manmohan Singh ever thought of doing it. So you can't keep selling this no issue to people of Tamil Nadu. People of Tamil Nadu are very clear that you all use only for your political gains, and you all don't mean anything to the people of Tamil Nadu.
Mr. Dharanidharan, you'd also spoken of this as a rhetoric by the BJP and also questioned as to what is it done for the Tamil language. So to give an answer to that and take in a word from you, the union government has sanctioned grants totaling 41.97 crore rupees to the Central Institute of Classical Tamil in Chennai towards promotion of classical Tamil in the last 5 years. So just simply rubbishing it as a rhetoric is not really going to settle the debate.
Can I add on? Can I add on, please?
Yeah.
So the first thing I would like to say is the rhetoric, when I said rhetoric doesn't match policy, only last week or a month back, Staff Selection Commission and Combined Graduate Level Examination 22, which majorly recruits people for union government departments, had announced that their tests will be available only in English and Hindi. Most Kendra Vidyalaya schools in Tamil Nadu does not have teachers.
Sorry, that's how it has always been. Don't twist facts, sir. I'm supporting the fact that Hindi is being imposed and supporting your point of view, but please don't twist facts.
Yeah, you can
always been held only in Hindi and English. So it is not that it has been held in regional languages and now it has stopped. Sorry, that's not correct.
See, and again, Kendra Vidyalaya schools in Tamil Nadu does not have teachers who can teach Tamil. So these are the problem.
But the schools in Tamil Nadu have made it mandatory for students up till class 6th, if I'm not wrong, that Tamil has been made mandatory for all of those schools. But we're completely sidelining that.
See, what we are saying is we are not saying we are not stopping anyone from learning Hindi. Our leaders never said so. What we are saying is stop Hindi imposition.
The entire debate is about imposition of Hindi, as has been said by the DMK, as is being protested by the DMK, sir.
Let me complete. What I am saying is very simple. As our leader Ananya Ranna says, why do you need a big door for a big dog and a small door for a small dog? In Tamil Nadu, we will speak Tamil and English to communicate with the outside world. So they will speak Kannada in Karnataka, they will speak Bengali in Bengal. Yes, so why do you want to have all this importance for Hindi? Hindi in such the present form is just less than 200 years old, the Hindustani that we speak. So why do you impose a language on us? That's the problem. No one has said don't learn or speak Hindi. That's why. Then why do schools in Tamil Nadu been having Hindi as a second or third language since 78 years?
Not to take it away, not to take it away from the language Tamil, but stats show that more than 57% of the Indian population speaks the Hindi language. In fact, census 2011 shows that around 528 million people, or 44% of the population, listed Hindi as their mother tongue. But that's not what the debate is all about. Here's to hoping that this is a concrete issue that the DMK is trying to peddle, because the final word is not out yet on what the panel report states, on what the recommendations are, and moreover, the implementation is something that we have no word on so far. So why are we really jumping the gun? Are we really doing that? And is there an ulterior motive behind this? That's why we debated this. We'll have to leave it at that, gentlemen. Thank you for joining us with your respective perspectives. Thank you.